Hi, good day everyone. Welcome to this ASoah TV Super News. Please subscribe to this my YouTube channel. Click on bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well as this ASoah TV Super News. Thanks. You are watching this ASoah TV Super News. This video shall teach you how to manufacture container. Please be sure to subscribe.
Mr. Liu shows us how that happens. First, they move the steel coils over towards the cutter, where they cut the steel sheets to preset dimensions. Once cut, the sheets are pre-sorted, stacked and put into intermediate storage for further processing. First, the workers smooth off the edges on the steel sheet. They blast any rust off the steel sheet and prime it in one operation. The whole process is fully automated. Now they are primed. Safety comes first here. The production schedule is set. All of the cut sheets are put into intermediate storage and protected from dust. This machine cuts and shapes the sheet into U-profiles, which will form part of the container's base. This is where they prepare the bolted fastenings of the door locking bars to the door panels. Additional steel sheet is cut and put into intermediate storage. Corner posts are made here. Later, they will have to withstand 97 tons of pressure in a prototype test. Spread over the 4 corner posts, this is the weight you'd expect from 12 stacked and fully loaded containers. Top and bottom side rails are welded to fasten the walls to the understructure and roof. This is where they produce the side walls. It takes 11 pieces of steel sheet to make each side. These steel sheets are welded together to a length of 11.7 meters. The side walls and corner posts are connected to each other. Inspectors from Magellan and Bureau Veritas check very closely whether the corrugation depth as well as the length and thickness of the panels match up to the standard specification. Any mistakes here would affect the container's structure, which would cause serious damage. The welders focus intently on what they're doing, working to absolute precision. The welded seams have to be flawless. Leaks are an absolute no-go. The corner posts have corner fittings to take the weight of the container while being lifted during stacking, handling and shipping. Then they weld the door frames and panels together. Now the workers begin on the front wall. First, they commence with the frame of the front wall. Then they carefully weld the front wall panel and frame together. The welded seams have to be flawless here too. Now they continue with the understructure. The welders connect the 2 bottom side rails to a total of 37 cross members, a process that takes a lot of welding and precision. Then they join all the side elements with the floor assembly. First, the side walls, then the front wall, and finally they hoist the door element over for assembly. The only thing missing is the roof. The containers move on to the next station. They're still unstable. The roof elements are hoisted into place to be welded to the side walls. Still in its basic structure, the container is now perfectly stable. All it needs is a coating, the inner fittings, and equipping with accessories. The Bureau Veritas inspector checks the container for compliance with the specified ISO dimensions. The production hall is enormous, 500 meters long and 100 meters wide. It's the size of 12 football pitches. There are 1,500 workers on 2 shifts, 7 days a week here. Up to 650 containers leave the factory every day. Subsequently, the second shot blasting takes place. The granulate that is used consists of fine iron particles. Off to the blasting chamber, where the granulate pelts onto the whole metal surface under high pressure. The container is checked once again before priming. The last uneven patches are smoothed out. The welded seams are subjected to special pre-treatment. The container gets its primer in the first paint booth, followed by the final coating in the second. And off it goes to the heated drying chamber. The painters add the final touches. An inspector measures the coating thickness in micrometers. The wooden floorboards are already prepared for installation. It's time to start fitting the boards, but how are they actually made? This is the group's own factory in Yashan. Magellan CEO Carsten Jans inspects the wood types available at the warehouse. These include beech, birch, pine, eucalyptus and bamboo, as well as tropical hardwoods, such as apitong or keroing. A special type of glue is used. The glue's quality is subjected to constant inspection. The glue is applied to the wooden panels, which are stacked on top of each other in layers. A total of 21 wooden layers are cut to a certain length, before they are sent off to the cold press, where they are pressed together under a force of 16 tons for 20 minutes. Then the process is repeated in the hot press to bake the wooden layers together for 75 minutes at a temperature of 135 degrees centigrade. The glue bonds completely with the wood. Then the sides are straightened off on the new boards. An inspector measures the length and thickness of the boards. Finally, the workers put the finishing touch on the panels. The wooden floor is now ready for installation. First, they drill holes through the floor and cross members. Then they insert the screws and tighten them up. Sealing the floor rounds off the installation. Applying the Magellan logo takes precision in lining it up. They use stencils to set the position of the logo on the container. Practice makes perfect. They put the sticker on with amazing speed. The workers don't have much time. The containers arrive at 3-minute intervals. Then they attach the weight and capacity mark. The information posted on the container includes all the information that everyone involved in shipping a consignment will need: gross and net weight, tear weight, and so on, for the container and goods. Door seals are fitted to keep splash water and rain from getting into the container. Containers also get an inspection certificate, the CSC plate. Sealing protects the container from corrosion. The forced ventilation on the container provides an exchange of air and is also a protection from splash water. Now the workers mount the locking bars and door handles. Silicone sealing protects the container from corrosion. Magellan's inspector watches the splash water test to document the container's water resistance. At certain intervals, containers from the production line are subjected to a prototype load test according to international standards. The container has to pass this test to earn a CSC plate before it can be used for the first time. Test passed. Magellan CEO says thank you to all of the inspectors responsible for a successful production. This factory produced 4,000 containers while
Thanks for watching this is ASoah TV. Super, please subscribe. Choose.